Picture this. Just 2 years ago, nobody believed Alperen Sengun could even start in the NBA. Today, you're watching clips that break records and smash expectations. His journey from overlooked rookie to headline star has a twist even legends didn't predict. You want underdogs and rising heroes? This story is for you. The NBA never saw this coming. A big man changing the game in ways they feared. Is Alperen Sengun the only way to stop the OKC dynasty? Watch and decide. Alperen Sengun was drafted 16th overall, with many doubts about his fit in the NBA. Could he defend? Could he shoot outside? Was he fast enough? Now, he stands as an all-star and a top player to watch. This channel goes beyond surface stats. We uncover the stories, drama, and secrets driving the NBA's biggest shifts. Today, we explore Sengun's journey, his unique skills, defining moments, and how he's rewriting what it means to be a big man in the NBA today. If you crave deep basketball narratives that reveal why greatness happens, you're in the right place. This year, we're seeing a different kind of Sengun than we've seen before. He's bigger, he's got a little more weight to him, he's playing with a sense of urgency, and he just looks scary out there. Check out this play and the way Sengun backed down Giannis for that recent game winner. Seriously guys, that play was showtime. He walked from courtside to courtside and muscled his way into a game-winning play. No hesitation, pure big-time moment. Game over. And don't even get us started about Sengun in the clutch. This is something no one really expected, and people from all over the world are tuning in just to catch a glimpse. I just saw a 30-minute montage video from the NBA showing Sengun's clutch plays. Guys, how is that even possible? It was all footage from this year alone.
Percent career 3 points. KJ throws it up. 11 plus minutes. Augustine Sengun. Oh, shot!
We're not even halfway through the year. I hate to say this too soon, but he's bringing out Dame time levels. But he's doing it his own way. I don't think I've seen someone so clutch on defense before. I mean, guys, he's out there blocking shots, making steals, and then showing out on the offensive end. Muscling his way to the rim like he's a modern-day Shaq. When it came to clutch time, everyone thought it'd be all about KD. But Clutch Sengun is just changing the game for Houston. They're on a back-to-back winning streak, and I think it's going to continue for the rest of the season. But here's what nobody's talking about. This transformation didn't happen overnight. It happened over one magical summer in Europe. Eurobasket 2025. While many NBA stars were relaxing on beaches, Sengun was in Slovenia, carrying Turkey on his back and discovering something about himself that would change everything. Alperen Sengun had an outstanding tournament.
Goes in for the dunk.
Averaging 21.6 points, 10.1 rebounds, and 6.6 assists per game across 9 games. But the numbers don't tell the real story. The real story is what happened in that quarterfinal against Germany. Fourth quarter, Turkey down by 8. This is where legends are born. Sengun took over, not just with scoring, but with everything. Blocks, steals, assists, rebounds. He turned an 8-point deficit into a 6-point lead in 4 minutes. The most points ever scored in a Eurobasket quarterfinal. That's when he realized he could be the best player on the court against anyone, anywhere, anytime. That confidence, that's what he brought back to Houston. But here's what makes this scary. Sengun's playmaking is staggering. Almost 7 assists a game. Rare for any big man. Unheard of for a center. He controls offense like a floor general. He scores everywhere. Post, mid-range, even from deep three-point land. Defensively, he's more than hustle. Those blocks and rebounds shift momentum fast. Recall the no-look pass after a spin move, or the clutch three-pointer in tight games. These aren't just highlights, they're evidence of a new big man era. The NBA thought big men couldn't lead offenses. Sengun is proving that belief wrong every game. And then there's Kevin Durant in the mix. Two closers, two players who can take over when the game is on the line. Durant with his impossible shots and ice-cold demeanor. Sengun with his complete two-way dominance and basketball IQ. They're taking turns being clutch, and it's absolutely terrifying for opposing teams. Durant provides the elite scoring that takes pressure off Sengun. Sengun provides the playmaking and defensive presence that creates easier shots for Durant. But it's more than that. In games decided by 5 points or fewer, Sengun is averaging 8.3 points, 3.1 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.4 steals, and 0.9 blocks in the final 5 minutes. Those aren't just good numbers. Those are historically great numbers for a center in crunch time. The scary part, this feels sustainable. This feels like the beginning of something special. The Rockets aren't just surviving, they're thriving. They've won 9 of their last 10 games. They're 9-3 and looking like a legitimate threat in the Western Conference. But in those final minutes where the magic really happens, where Sengun's evolution from promising young player to complete clutch performer becomes most apparent, his touch is unlike anything the league has ever seen. Half hooks on the block, tip-in putbacks around the rim, floaters, runners, mid-range turnarounds, and those defender-breaking Sombor shuffles. It's like each of his fingerprints has its own brain, all working together to convince the rim to cooperate. But in crunch time, he adds something else: the defensive instincts of a veteran, the anticipation of a chess master, and the courage to make the big play when everything is on the line. Watch him operate now in those final minutes. The way he feels the defense before making his move, the way he finds passing angles that shouldn't exist, the way he impacts both ends of the floor when the pressure is highest. That game winner against Milwaukee, where he backed down Giannis like he was a rookie. Guys, Giannis is fierce, and Sengun just went right through him. This is what the future of basketball looks like: a center who can close games on both ends of the floor. A player who thrives when the pressure is highest. Nikola Jokic has always been unique, but this version of Sengun paired with Kevin Durant is a problem the league hasn't seen before. Smarter, sharper, more efficient, and somehow even more unguardable when the game is on the line. This isn't Sengun chasing another all-star appearance. This is Sengun chasing perfect basketball. And with Durant as his closing partner, they might just achieve it. The NBA hoped Sengun would stay good but not great. They hoped he'd be talented but not transcendent. They hoped he'd be special but not scary. But Alperen Sengun averaging career highs, leading a 9-3 Rockets team with Kevin Durant, becoming the most complete clutch player in the league, that's exactly what the NBA was afraid of. And now, they have to live with the consequences. The Houston Rockets defense, the NBA's new nightmare. If you want to know why the Rockets are the scariest team in the league right now, don't just look at the highlight reels. Look at the box scores, the defensive rating, the way teams walk off the court shaking their heads. This isn't just a team with stars. This is a team that suffocates you for 48 minutes. Start with Amen Thompson. He's not just Houston's best perimeter defender. He's one of the best in the league, period. He's everywhere at once, picking pockets, blocking shots, switching on to anyone, and finishing 5th in Defensive Player of the Year voting last season. When you see him flying in for a chase down block or picking off a lazy pass, you realize why he made all defensive first team as a sophomore. Then there's Terry Eason, the ultimate disruptor off the bench. He's a one-man fast break waiting to happen, averaging nearly 2 steals a game and ranking near the top of the NBA for combined steals and blocks. When Eason checks in, the energy in the building changes. Suddenly, every dribble, every pass, every cut is under threat. And in the paint, it's a fortress. Sengun, Capella, and Steven Adams form a three-headed monster. Sengun is the anchor, reading plays, contesting shots, and cleaning the glass. Capella and Adams bring old-school intimidation. If you want to score inside, you're going to pay a price. On the wings, Josh Okogie brings relentless on-ball pressure, making life miserable for opposing guards. And then there's Kevin Durant, yes, the Slim Reaper himself, using his length and instincts to help rotate and erase mistakes. This isn't just a collection of good defenders. This is a system. Ime Udoka has these guys playing like a pack of wolves, switching, communicating, helping, and never giving up on a play. They force turnovers, block shots, and contest every jumper. In a recent game against the Cavaliers, they forced double-digit turnovers, racked up 9 steals, and blocked 4 shots. Amen Thompson had 5 steals by himself. The result? Houston finished last season ranked 5th in defensive rating. And they're right back near the top this year. They're holding teams to just 110.8 points per 100 possessions, 7th in the league. But the numbers don't tell the whole story. The real story is the fear. The real story is the way teams look rattled in the fourth quarter, knowing that every possession is going to be a war. This is what makes Houston different. This is what makes them dangerous. They don't just outscore you, they outwork you, out-tough you, and outlast you. And when the game slows down, when every possession matters, that's when the Rockets become a nightmare. Winning close games. Why no one wants to face Houston in the clutch. Here's the truth about the NBA. Most games are decided in the final 5 minutes. That's when the pressure is highest, when the stars have to shine, and when the weak get exposed. And right now, no one wants to see the Houston Rockets in a close game. Why? Because they have the 2 most clutch players in the league. One in the paint, one on the perimeter, and a defense that turns every possession into a battle. Let's talk about Sengun first. In the last 2 minutes, he's a surgeon. He's shooting nearly 47% from the field in clutch situations, making tough shots over elite defenders, and doing it all with a calm that's almost unsettling. Remember that overtime win against the Magic?
Sengun got the Hit the hook shot at the horn!
Sengun scored critical baskets to tie the game, then took over in OT. He finished with 30 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, and 2 blocks. Nearly a triple-double. And every one of those stats mattered in the clutch. It's not just the scoring, it's the poise, the footwork, the patience. The ability to make the right read, whether that's a baby hook over a shot blocker or a kick out to a shooter for the dagger 3. Sengun's not just a closer, he's a conductor, orchestrating the offense and the defense when it matters most. And then there's Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper, the man who's made a career out of breaking hearts in the final seconds. This season, he's been as cold-blooded as ever. Multiple 20-plus point performances in tight games, including a 35-point effort with clutch threes and key baskets in overtime wins. His career clutch shooting percentage hovers around 50%, and he's still delivering in the biggest moments. But it's not just the scoring. Durant rebounds, makes the right pass, and plays defense in the clutch. In that same game against Orlando, he hit the 3 to take the lead, then another to tie it. He's got that veteran calm, the guy you trust with the ball when everything is on the line. Put it all together, and you get a team that's built for close games. The defense keeps them in it. Sengun and Durant close it out. In the last 2 minutes, they're scoring, rebounding, assisting, and locking down on defense. They're not just surviving, they're thriving. And that's why no one wants to see Houston in the clutch, because when the game is on the line, when every possession is a test, the Rockets have the answers. They have the defense, they have the stars, they have the system, and they have the swagger. This isn't just a good team. This is a team that believes it can win every close game. This is a team that's going to make the rest of the league sweat every time the score is tight in the fourth quarter. Scary hours? You better believe it. The Rockets are here, and they're not just winning, they're closing. So what do you think? Can Sengun and Durant really go all the way this year, or will the weight of all that pressure catch up to them? Is Sengun the most clutch player in the NBA right now? Drop your thoughts down below, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications on. We've got plenty more heat coming your way. Because this Houston Rockets story, it's just getting started, and something tells me the most clutch moments are still to come.